Part 1. The Origin and Nature of Demons in Judeo-Christian Culture. The realm of Judeo-Christian demonology is a fascinating and complex one, encompassing a variety of entities that embody the essence of evil. These demons are often portrayed as malevolent beings intent on leading humanity astray, corrupting souls, and defying the will of God. This article delves into the origins, characteristics, and notable demons within this tradition, exploring how they have influenced religious thought and popular culture. Theological foundations of demonology. The concept of demons in Judeo-Christian culture has its roots in ancient religious texts and traditions. In Judaism, demons are often seen as fallen angels or malevolent spirits that oppose God and His creation. The Hebrew Bible, Old Testament, makes several references to such entities, including the notorious figures of Satan and Lilith. In Christianity, demonology becomes more developed and codified. The New Testament introduces a more vivid portrayal of demonic activity, particularly through the actions of Jesus Christ, who performs exorcisms and confronts demonic forces directly. Early church fathers like Augustine and Jerome further elaborated on the nature of demons, integrating Greek and Roman notions of evil spirits with Judeo-Christian theology. The fall of Lucifer. One of the most significant stories in Judeo-Christian demonology is the fall of Lucifer, also known as Satan. According to tradition, Lucifer was a high-ranking archangel who rebelled against God due to his pride and desire to usurp divine authority. This rebellion led to a cosmic battle in heaven, resulting in Lucifer and his followers being cast out. The Book of Isaiah, 14:12-15, and the Book of Ezekiel, 28:12-17, are often interpreted as allegorical references to Lucifer's fall, describing the hubris and downfall of a powerful being. The New Testament, particularly the Book of Revelation, 12:7-9, depicts a war in heaven, where Michael and his angels fight against the dragon, Satan, and his angels, culminating in their expulsion. Characteristics and hierarchies of demons. Demons in Judeo-Christian culture are often described as possessing certain characteristics and abilities that distinguish them from other spiritual beings. They are typically seen as powerful, intelligent, and deceitful, capable of manipulating human beings and events to further their malevolent goals. They are also believed to possess supernatural powers, such as the ability to cause illness, possess individuals, and perform feats of great strength. The hierarchy of demons is another important aspect of Judeo-Christian demonology. Various texts and traditions outline a structured order among demonic entities, often mirroring the celestial hierarchy of angels. The Pseudomonarchia Demonum and the Lesser Key of Solomon, both influential grimoires, list numerous demons along with their titles, ranks, and powers. These hierarchies often place Satan at the top, followed by other high-ranking demons like Beelzebub, Asmodeus, and Belial. Satan, the Prince of Darkness. Satan, also known as the Devil, is arguably the most well-known and feared demon in Judeo-Christian culture. He is often depicted as the ultimate embodiment of evil, a tempter, deceiver, and accuser of humanity. The name, Satan, itself means adversary, or accuser, in Hebrew, reflecting his role in opposing God's will and leading humanity into sin. The New Testament frequently mentions Satan, portraying him as a powerful and malevolent being who tempts Jesus in the wilderness, Matthew chapter 4 verses 1-11, and seeks to corrupt the faithful. Christian tradition holds that Satan's influence extends throughout the world, working through his demonic minions to undermine the church and God's plan for salvation. Lilith, the first demoness. Lilith is a fascinating and enigmatic figure in Judeo-Christian demonology. According to Jewish folklore, she was Adam's first wife, created from the same earth as him. However, she refused to submit to Adam's authority and left the Garden of Eden. Subsequently, she became a demoness, associated with night terrors, seduction, and the death of infants. Lilith's story is not found in the canonical Hebrew Bible but is instead derived from various apocryphal and mystical texts, such as the alphabet of Ben Sira and the Zohar. Despite her ambiguous origins, Lilith has become a prominent figure in demonology, symbolizing rebellion, female empowerment, and the darker aspects of the feminine. Beelzebub, Lord of the Flies. Beelzebub, often identified with Satan or seen as a separate high-ranking demon, is another prominent figure in Judeo-Christian demonology. The name, Beelzebub, is derived from the Philistine god Baal-Zebub, meaning Lord of the Flies. In Christian tradition, Beelzebub is often associated with pride and gluttony, serving as one of the chief lieutenants of Satan. The Gospels of Matthew chapter 12 verses 24 to 27 and Luke chapter 11 verses 15 to 19 mention Beelzebub in the context of Jesus being accused of casting out demons by the power of Beelzebub, the prince of demons. This association underscores his significance and the fear he instills within the Judeo-Christian worldview. Conclusion: the demons of Judeo-Christian culture represent a rich tapestry of myth, theology, and folklore. Their stories and characteristics reflect deep-seated fears, moral lessons, and the perennial struggle between good and evil. In the next part of this series, we will delve deeper into the specific roles and activities of these demons, examining their interactions with humanity and their portrayal in religious and popular culture. Part 2. The role and influence of demons in human affairs. Demons in Judeo-Christian culture are not merely abstract representations of evil, they are believed to play active roles in human affairs. From possession and temptation to causing disease and misfortune, these malevolent beings are seen as constantly working to undermine God's creation and lead humanity astray. This part explores the various ways in which demons are thought to influence human life, their methods, and their impact on religious and cultural practices. Demonic possession and exorcism. One of the most dramatic and feared manifestations of demonic activity is possession. In cases of possession, a demon is believed to take control of a person's body and mind, leading to extreme physical and psychological symptoms. The possessed individual may exhibit superhuman strength, speak in unknown languages, and display aversion to religious symbols. The New Testament provides several accounts of Jesus performing exorcisms, casting out demons from afflicted individuals. These stories, such as the exorcism of the Gerasene demoniac, Mark chapter 5 verses 1 to 20, and the healing of a boy possessed by an evil spirit, Mark chapter 9 verses 14 to 29, highlight the power of Christ over demonic forces and establish exorcism as a vital aspect of Christian ministry. Throughout history, the Church has developed various rituals and prayers to combat demonic possession. The Roman Catholic Church's rite of exorcism, codified in the Ritual Romanum, is one of the most well-known and detailed procedures for dealing with demonic possession. This rite involves a series of prayers, invocations, and commands aimed at expelling the demon and freeing the afflicted person. Temptation and moral corruption. Demons are also believed to influence human behavior through temptation, subtly leading individuals away from righteousness and towards sin. This concept is deeply rooted in the story of the fall, where Satan, in the form of a serpent, tempts Eve to eat the forbidden fruit. Genesis chapter 3 verses 1 to 6. This act of disobedience brings sin and death into the world, illustrating the devastating consequences of succumbing to demonic temptation. Throughout the Bible and Christian tradition, demons are depicted as tempters who exploit human weaknesses and desires. They may incite lust, greed, pride, and other vices, often appearing in deceptive and alluring forms. The Epistle of James chapter 1 verse 14 to 15 warns believers that each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin. The concept of demonic temptation has had a profound impact on Christian morality and ethics. Believers are encouraged to remain vigilant, practice self-discipline, and seek divine assistance in resisting the wiles of the devil. Prayer, fasting, and the sacraments are often seen as essential defenses against demonic influence. Demons and disease. In addition to possession and temptation, demons are frequently associated with causing physical and mental illnesses. This belief is evident in the New Testament, where Jesus heals numerous individuals afflicted by demonic spirits. For example, in Luke chapter 13 verses 11 to 13, Jesus heals a woman crippled by a spirit for 18 years, emphasizing the link between demonic oppression and physical ailment. Throughout history, many cultures have attributed various diseases and disorders to demonic activity. This perspective often led to the conflation of medical and spiritual treatments, with exorcisms and other religious rituals being employed to cure ailments believed to be caused by demons. While modern medicine has largely supplanted these practices, the idea of demonic influence on health persists in some religious communities. Demons in folklore and popular culture. Beyond their theological significance, demons have a prominent place in folklore and popular culture. Stories of demonic encounters, hauntings, and curses are common in many societies, reflecting deep-seated fears and moral lessons. These tales often serve to reinforce religious teachings and social norms, warning against the dangers of moral transgression and spiritual neglect. In literature, demons have been a popular subject for centuries. Works like John Milton's Paradise Lost and Goethe's Faust explore the nature of demonic temptation and the struggle between good and evil. In these works, demons are often portrayed as complex and multifaceted beings, capable of both great malevolence and profound insight. In modern popular culture, demons continue to captivate audiences through various media, including films, television shows, and video games. Movies like The Exorcist and The Conjuring have brought the concept of demonic possession to a wide audience, often blending traditional religious themes with contemporary horror elements. Television series such as Supernatural and Lucifer explore demonology in creative and entertaining ways, often humanizing demons and challenging traditional views of good and evil. Demons and witchcraft. The association between demons and witchcraft has been a persistent theme in Judeo-Christian history. During the witch hunts of the late medieval and early modern periods, individuals accused of practicing witchcraft were often believed to have made pacts with demons. These supposed witches were thought to gain supernatural powers in exchange for their souls, and their activities were seen as direct threats to the social and religious order. The infamous Malleus Maleficarum, Hammer of Witches, published in 1487 by Heinrich Kramer and Jacob Sprenger, played a significant role in shaping the perception of witches as servants of demons. This treatise provided guidelines for identifying, interrogating, and prosecuting suspected witches, and it contributed to the widespread fear and persecution that characterized the witch hunts. The link between demons and witchcraft has also influenced modern depictions of witches in literature and media. From Shakespeare's Macbeth to the Harry Potter series, the idea of witches consorting with demons and performing dark magic continues to be a popular trope. Demons in art and symbolism. The depiction of demons in art and symbolism has evolved over centuries, reflecting changes in religious beliefs, cultural attitudes, and artistic styles. In medieval and Renaissance art, demons were often portrayed as grotesque and monstrous beings, embodying the horror and repulsion associated with evil. These images served both as warnings against sin and as visual representations of theological concepts. One of the most famous artistic depictions of demons is found in Hieronymus Bosch's triptych, The Garden of Earthly Delights. This work vividly illustrates the torments of hell, populated by a myriad of bizarre and nightmarish demons. Similarly, Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, particularly the Inferno section, has inspired countless artistic representations of demons in hell, emphasizing the consequences of sin and the justice of divine punishment. In modern times, the portrayal of demons in art and media has become more varied and nuanced. While traditional images of demonic horror persist, there are also depictions that explore the psychological and existential aspects of evil. Demons may be portrayed as tragic or even sympathetic figures, reflecting contemporary interests in moral ambiguity and the complexity of the human condition. Conclusion. The influence of demons in Judeo-Christian culture extends far beyond their theological origins. They have shaped religious practices, moral teachings, and cultural expressions, reflecting humanity's enduring fascination with the forces of evil. In the next part of this series, we will examine specific demons in greater detail, exploring their individual stories, characteristics, and roles within the broader framework of demonology. Part 3. Notable demons in Judeo-Christian tradition. Judeo-Christian tradition is rich with stories and descriptions of specific demons, each with their unique attributes, histories, and roles. This part will delve into the lore of some of the most notable demons, exploring their origins, characteristics, and the impact they have had on religious thought and cultural narratives. Asmodeus, the demon of lust. Asmodeus is a prominent demon in both Jewish and Christian demonology, often associated with lust and carnal desire. His origins can be traced back to ancient Persian mythology, where he appears as Eshma Deva, a demon of wrath. In the Book of Tobit, part of the Catholic and Orthodox biblical canon, Asmodeus is depicted as the demon responsible for killing the 7 husbands of Sarah, driven by jealousy and desire. Asmodeus is often portrayed as a powerful and cunning demon, capable of manipulating human emotions and desires. In the Testament of Solomon, a pseudepigraphal text, he is described as one of the chief demons subdued by King Solomon, revealing his hatred for chastity and his influence over those who succumb to lust. Asmodeus's influence extends into popular culture, where he often appears in literature, films, and games as a symbol of uncontrolled desire and the dangers of giving in to base instincts. Belial, the demon of worthlessness. Belial, whose name means worthless or lawless, is another significant figure in Judeo-Christian demonology. In the Old Testament, Belial is not explicitly described as a demon but rather as a personification of evil and lawlessness. For instance, in Deuteronomy chapter 13 verse 13, sons of Belial are wicked men who lead others astray. In later Jewish and Christian texts, Belial becomes more clearly identified as a powerful demon. The Dead Sea Scrolls, particularly the War Scroll, describe Belial as the leader of the forces of darkness, opposing the sons of light in the eschatological battle. In the New Testament, 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 15 contrasts Christ with Belial, emphasizing the stark opposition between good and evil. Belial is often associated with corruption, deceit, and moral degradation. He embodies the idea of worthlessness and rebellion against divine order, making him a potent symbol of the dangers of moral decay. Leviathan, the sea monster. Leviathan is a formidable and ancient sea monster mentioned in the Hebrew Bible. In texts such as Job 41 and Isaiah chapter 27 verse 1, Leviathan is depicted as a powerful and terrifying creature, symbolizing chaos and the primordial forces of the sea. While not always explicitly described as a demon, Leviathan is often interpreted as a manifestation of Satan or a demonic entity in later Jewish and Christian traditions. Leviathan's portrayal as a monstrous and uncontrollable force has made him a symbol of destructive power and evil. In Christian demonology, he is sometimes associated with the sin of envy, due to his destructive and consuming nature. Leviathan's influence can be seen in various cultural works, from the medieval bestiaries that described monstrous creatures to modern literature and films that explore themes of chaos and destruction. Mammon, the demon of greed. Mammon is a demon commonly associated with wealth, greed, and materialism. The name, Mammon, is derived from an Aramaic word meaning riches or wealth. In the New Testament, Jesus warns against serving Mammon, equating the pursuit of wealth with idolatry. Matthew chapter 6 verse 24. In Christian demonology, Mammon is often depicted as a greedy and avaricious demon, encouraging humans to prioritize material wealth over spiritual well-being. He embodies the dangers of covetousness and the corrupting influence of money. Mammon's representation as the personification of greed has made him a powerful symbol in literature and art, often used to critique the excesses of materialism and the moral compromises associated with the pursuit of wealth. Conclusion: the specific demons of Judeo-Christian tradition offer a diverse and complex portrayal of evil, each embodying different aspects of human vice and moral failure. Their stories and characteristics provide valuable insights into the theological and moral concerns of the cultures that created them. In the final part of this series, we will explore the modern interpretations and continued relevance of these demons, examining how they influence contemporary thought and culture. Part 4. Modern interpretations and relevance of demons. The demons of Judeo-Christian tradition, with their rich histories and complex characteristics, continue to hold significant relevance in modern times. This part explores how these ancient entities are interpreted today, their impact on contemporary religious and cultural thought, and their presence in modern media and literature. Demons in contemporary theology. In contemporary theology, the concept of demons remains a topic of debate and interpretation. Some religious traditions maintain a literal belief in demonic entities, emphasizing the importance of spiritual warfare, exorcism, and vigilance against demonic influence. For instance, the Roman Catholic Church continues to perform exorcisms, recognizing the presence and activity of demons in the modern world. Other theological perspectives view demons more symbolically, interpreting them as representations of human vices, psychological struggles, or societal evils. This approach often emphasizes the internal battle against one's own flaws and the importance of moral and spiritual integrity. The continued belief in demons, whether literal or symbolic, underscores the enduring human concern with the nature of evil and the struggle to overcome it. This concern is reflected in various religious practices, from prayer and confession to community support and moral education. Demons in psychology and psychiatry. The concept of demons has also found a place in the fields of psychology and psychiatry, albeit in metaphorical terms. Historically, conditions such as epilepsy, schizophrenia, and dissociative identity disorder were often attributed to demonic possession. While modern medicine has largely moved beyond these explanations, the language and imagery of demonology still appear in discussions of mental health. Some psychologists and psychiatrists use the metaphor of demons to describe internal conflicts, destructive behaviors, and deep-seated fears. This metaphor can be a powerful tool in therapy, helping individuals confront and understand the demons within themselves. The idea of battling one's demons resonates with many people, providing a relatable framework for addressing personal challenges and growth. Demons in literature and media. Demons continue to be a popular subject in literature, film, television, and other forms of media. Their enduring appeal lies in their ability to evoke fear, fascination, and reflection on the nature of evil. Modern depictions of demons often blend traditional elements with contemporary themes, creating rich and varied narratives that explore human psychology, morality, and spirituality. In literature, authors like Neil Gaiman and Stephen King have crafted compelling stories that feature demons as central characters or themes. Gaiman's Good Omens, co-written with Terry Pratchett, offers a humorous and thought-provoking take on demonic influence and the apocalypse, while King's works often delve into the darker aspects of human nature and the supernatural. In film and television, demons are a staple of the horror genre, providing a potent source of tension and terror. Movies like The Exorcist, The Conjuring, and Hereditary explore the impact of demonic possession and the struggle between good and evil. Television shows such as Supernatural, Lucifer, and American Horror Story incorporate demons into their narratives, often reimagining these entities in creative and unexpected ways. Video games also frequently feature demons, using their menacing presence to enhance gameplay and storytelling. Games like Doom, Diablo, and Devil May Cry pit players against demonic foes, blending action with elements of horror and myth. Demons and moral reflection. The depiction of demons in modern culture often serves as a vehicle for moral reflection and critique. Through stories of demonic influence and possession, creators explore themes of temptation, corruption, redemption, and the human capacity for both good and evil. These narratives challenge audiences to consider their own values, choices, and the nature of the world around them. Demons can also serve as symbols of broader societal issues, such as injustice, oppression, and environmental destruction. By embodying these evils in demonic form, creators can engage audiences in critical discussions about the state of society and the need for change. Conclusion. The demons of Judeo-Christian tradition have evolved from their ancient origins to become enduring symbols of evil and moral challenge in contemporary culture. Whether viewed as literal beings, psychological metaphors, or cultural symbols, they continue to captivate and provoke thought. Their stories remind us of the complexities of human nature and the ongoing struggle to overcome the forces of darkness within and around us. By exploring the origins, characteristics, and modern interpretations of these demons, we gain a deeper understanding of the human condition and the timeless battle between good and evil. As we continue to engage with these ancient narratives, we find new ways to reflect on our own lives and the world we inhabit. For more videos like these, please like, share, and subscribe, and please press the bell icon.